So what has been wreaking havoc in my relationship? Of course, something that I subconsciously believe that consciously I'm not even aware that my thoughts are going on a spiral. Because of the actions and the results of my actions or inactions, I am now aware that I have some very negative limiting belief that is causing some quite toxic thoughts and spirals, which then I am engaging with emotionally, which then speaks to my actions and my inactions, which dictate the results and feedback the loop. It's a self-fulfilling cycle. But because I like my relationship and want to keep my relationship, the toxicity of this isn't working is got to stop. So an interesting thing I did today, which I've never done before, because I voiced this toxicity to my partner, like, hey, there's this conversation going on in my head. It just makes me feel icky and toxic and it doesn't feel right. In the moment, it kind of feels empowering. It's like, yeah, you should do this. But ultimately, it's pushing me towards isolation, which is not what I want. I now recognize that that conversation is just fear talking in an empowering way. Yes, go be alone, go hide in a hole, go do your own thing. Although it was scary and uncomfortable, I did bring to light this conversation and did talk to my partner about it, which was very freeing, but also really solidified in me that this constant loop that my brain reverts to anytime my partner does something I don't like or doesn't do something that I want him to do is really toxic, and I don't want that toxicity. So I went to the source of this toxicity, which happens to be a parent that I learned these traits from. And what I did was I wrote a letter to my mom with no intention to actually send it, but I wrote down everything that I was thinking and feeling, that I was ready to let go of these ideas, these beliefs, that I no longer wanted to carry the burden of her opinions, her beliefs, and her fears. And I wrote down the things that I actually wanted to believe instead, the things that are actually true for me. It was slightly emotional, but it was really good to get all that down on paper and to have a reference of like, no, this is not what I want. What I actually want is this. And that I let go of, I no longer carry this. This is not mine to carry. And it's never served me. And this is what I want instead. Next, I went outside, and because this has felt every time that I have this loop like a black veil dragging me down, I pictured myself taking off the veil, ceremoniously almost, stripping myself from this black veil, letting it fall on the ground. I visualized myself burning it, setting it afire. It then started to drizzle, and then I was like, all right, the rain's washing it away. I then grounded in the new truth, prayed about it, and affirmed to myself, decided that I serve God and only God, and that I do not serve the devil that is trying to rip me from my relationship. The devil that is blindfolding me with this black veil. No more. I am free.